right. Hello. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're at week 4 already. The last Project One mentorship call of the series. As you know, you have joined this to accomplish these goals. Make your health your #1 priority. Work 1 hour a day on your business. Help one person get started. Achieve 1 rank advancement. Secure 1 Success Club prize. Earn $100 and crush month 1 of coaching. And so wherever you are on this list, however many you can check off, you are fine. Because there is no like, you have to get this done during Project One. This is the kickoff that will get you to all these goals at the pace you are meant to get there. I've shown this every week. And I'm hoping now that it's week 4, when you look at this picture, you start to realize that you're in this picture and that you're a part of something bigger than just yourself, and that you are becoming that CEO of the business, like all the women that you see jumping for joy in this picture. Now, last week, we went over a very small part of the business activity tracker, except for it's a huge part of your business. If you do not invite people, if you do not share this opportunity, if you do not share about both being a challenger and being a coach with people, your business cannot grow. And ultimately, you can't help that many people. That's what it comes down to. And so it was a huge topic to take on last week, and a very important one. I think I didn't say this last week. I'll say it this week. It makes me sad that it's in a category on the business activity tracker with so many other things you can check off. Because you could check off so many things there, but if you never check off the inviting and the following up, then you really haven't done that part of your business at all. I wish it was like a standalone section, but I'll get off my high horse and I'll ask you guys, does anyone on this call have questions about inviting that from our last week's call that you want to clarify or get any insight on? Okay. The only other thing I'm going to say about inviting, I think one of the wisest things you can do is screenshot responses people give to you when you invite them and share them with either your upline coach or our whole coaching team to get advice on how to respond. I actually think it's wiser to share with the whole team because you'll A, get multiple perspectives, and B, you'll get a quicker response. But it's funny. I was talking with a veteran coach the other day, and she shared with me some of her conversations. And even though she's a veteran coach, I offered a different perspective. And I said, maybe you could have said this or maybe that. And she was like, thank you so much. So that, like, us helping each other out is actually an essential part of the inviting process, and one that a lot of people sometimes feel like they're not doing it right if they have to ask for advice. And that's simply not how our team runs. We would way, way rather support each other and see us all rise together. So this week's focus on the business activity tracker is going to be about initiating connections and adding followers to your business. And up till this point, you kind of didn't need to be adding followers, because when you start this business, you are able to invite a lot of people you know lots of people, but you want to start early, getting more people into your sphere, because then you won't get to this point where you're like, I'm not sure who to invite. It's a lot more fun when you start growing that following early. I also didn't talk much last week about inviting to coaching, and I do want to kind of hit on that, and just the idea that you're not only going to be talking about inviting people to a health journey, you'll want to be inviting people to coach with you, because let me tell you, growing a team of coaches is really amazing. I mean, really, it's one of the most fun things that you'll do in the business. At the bottom of the business activity tracker, it does have a place for you to track your number of followers and number of new coaches. And so that can help you keep moving that ball forward. So at the end, just so you know, we have now covered, after the end of tonight, we've covered everything on the business activity tracker. You should be able to check those boxes every day with confidence. And if there are ones that you're feeling unclear about, please reach out. We want to help you. So I want to remind you, there was a, this slide is in your Team Fit to Love new coach training, and it links to a Google Doc that we update periodically. And so this is a good Google Doc to save to, I don't know if you know how to save it to your bookmarks tab up on your computer, but it's really great if you do know that trick. And it looks like this. It follows the business activity tracker. But all the things in blue are hyperlinking to more detail, more help, more support to help you get that extra information. Tonight, I'm going to be using the link from the Make Initial Connections and Expand Your Network. And so if you want to go refine that, that's where I'm finding this. There are some things in here, just so you know, that aren't on the business activity tracker. There are things as you get deeper into your business, you might find that you want a reminder of some of these weekly things to be doing. Early on, you don't need to worry about those. So there's largely 2 social media platforms that we use, either Facebook or Instagram. It honestly doesn't matter which one you use. Like, there are coaches finding success on both platforms. You will hear a lot of successful coaches, though, saying they use Instagram, just so you know. However, Cindy Tremblay, who's on our team above us, I know she largely uses Facebook. So I don't want you to feel like you're pigeonholed in this area. When you're on Facebook, there's a lot of ways you can expand your network. These are a few that you should just know about. So when you post a picture, if it's of you and your friends, if you tag all your friends, when people like it, that would give you a natural way to add new friends. They just liked a picture you posted, and you can grow your network very naturally that way. Another way that I've grown my account is that I will go to someone I'm friends with, a best friend, and I will click on mutual friends, and I will friend our mutual friends. I have done this for years, and I have found varying degrees of success, but every new person who accepts you is a new person in your sphere. You can also join groups that are something of interest to you. So for me, like my kids are in Girl Scouts. And so for a while I was in a Girl Scout mom group because a troop leader, really, because I was a troop leader. But that was giving me people I had a natural reason to talk to. Like, don't go friend. Like, if you don't like dogs, don't go join the dog lovers of your state's club. Like, that's stupid. Join something you actually like, and then you can have conversations that actually you would want to have anyways. And that's how you can make new friends there. Don't be a creepy person in that group, though, who's trying to spam the group and like post about Beachbody because they'll kick your butt out. I've also done that, but don't do that. The one thing I say all the time is, like, be a human. Like, I know we're on social, but be a human. Like, treat others the way you would want to be treated, interact with them the way you'd want to interact with, be a human, and it's all going to go well. Like, it's fun and it's fine. And you get to meet all these cool people you never even knew before. The one thing I did want you to know on Facebook, well, first of all, I'm going to give you a new follower message, show you what I send. You can write your own, but when you have new followers, there's actually a section in Facebook where it tracks your recently added friends. So if you went in there like once a week or whatever, you could even like go see who's new and make sure you send them a friend, a message thanking them for becoming your friend. So Instagram is not my primary place, although I've gotten much better with Instagram. So I'm going to give a little bit of advice here. Making reels is really the hot thing that you'll hear on Instagram. So if you want to grow on Instagram, you're going to make reels. You're going to like and comment, or respond back to people who like and comment on your reel. I would encourage you to check and see if they are like your people, your avatar. This isn't necessarily like you need to speak to everyone. Like if you if you get someone who likes your reel, who happens to be like a 22-year-old, dude or a whatever, and that's not even your market, then don't feel like you have to. Same thing if you get there's even been some women that I'm like, this isn't my jam. And the more you niche down, and this is a whole I'm not going into a whole Instagram training, but the more you niche down on who you're really looking for, remember you're looking for you. Okay. The more you're going to really hone in. And so for me, women in their 40s who are moms, who are teachers, that's a really good, like that's a really high probability we're going to have some gel. Also, another strategy on Instagram is you can go to like a product you like. So for instance, I know I went to some pop-up boutique that was at like a local brewery near me, and I bought a hat. And so I like tagged them in a post, and then I went and saw what other people like their crap, and then I like friend requested them. Like you can find things where you have mutual interest and you can go start interacting with people. You can also do celebrities. But I would really caution you from choosing like a celebrity like that does personal development, because there's just that can sometimes be really oversaturated with other people in our field. Like I know Rachel Hollis was one for a while. It seemed like Beachbody coaches were going there and they were like essentially friending other Beachbody coaches. Sometimes when you get into a personal development person who's maybe all over the place, you can expand outside of that, but just realize that can be a thing. And then send a new follower message to them as well. And it tells you right there how you can find them, your new followers, they'll be in order. And then the other thing on Instagram is, and Facebook, I guess I should have said this too, interact with people who are liking and following your story. Even if they don't ever comment or like anything or whatever, they still are interacting with you. Like they literally have a personal conversation with you every day. So don't feel creepy when you like send them something, because like literally they listen to you every day. And so this should give you some help. At the end of this, I'm going to give you a little more social media advice for those who want to dig a little deeper. I do have in this document, so the things I just showed you, they're linked right here, so you can go look at them again easily. I also have, this is the new follower thing I was sending at the time I made this, which is like, if you look, I share that I like learning new people. My page is about health stuff, so I'm not trying to hide that. I don't think you need to hide that you're a health coach, okay? But notice I say more here. I'm trying to get them to like me, like I share some health tips, so maybe a reason to like or to want to follow me. But I also said I share about my life. I call myself a lovable train wreck. If you follow me, I'm sure you'll see why. I like to give encouragement and laughter. Like I'm trying to kind of tell them what they're in for with me. Because quite frankly, if they read that and they don't want that, like you're not going to want me. It's okay. Like that, I feel like it's just being very honest. And then at the end, I end with a question. It doesn't have to be if they're on a health journey. It can be any sort of question that goes with what you just said. But give them a reason to respond to you is basically what the follow message you want to do. You want a reason to actually start a conversation. So I want to remind you something about inviting, because these are brand new people to you. And some people spend way too long with brand new people, like trying to make a relationship, in my opinion, than what you need. When you have a new person in your world, you should message them that private message about, being a new follower. And you should go to their page and you should like and comment on some stuff. And then you should probably go another day and like and comment on some stuff. And maybe you should even send them another private message about something you saw on their thing, right? So have some human interactions. That's what I just said. Some like a few days of human interactions. And then invite them. Like invite them. You don't have to interact with people forever. invite them. And then if they're not ready, that's totally okay, right? That's perfectly fine. We talked about it last week. So add some value to their life. Send them a recipe. Tell them that you really dig them. Like, thank them for getting back to you. And then put them back in the wheel to just go check out what they're doing next month and then invite them again. It doesn't have to be very complicated, this process of getting to an invite with a new person. After they're in your sphere, you should have a pattern to how you kind of are messaging. You're liking and commenting, inviting, and then going back through that wheel. The next thing that you're gonna kind of learn about this week, one of the videos that you're supposed to watch is about your first promotion. That is getting to Emerald. Emerald simply means that you have you plus 2. So it's you with 2 preferred customers or 2 coaches. And we'll teach you better on that video about what this means. But this basically means if you get 2 people started with you, you can get to the rank of Emerald. Diamond is the next big goal after that. Now, Diamond is really, really attainable when you are comfortable talking to people who join you in this business about joining you as a coach as well. That is the trick to getting to Diamond, is you have to be willing to talk to people about joining you on the coaching journey. And so we'll have opportunities to learn more about Diamond, but I want you to realize this goal is so worth getting to. And it happens when you get comfortable with saying to people, come have fun with me, come help some more people with me. And for some, for me personally, that took a long time to get comfortable with it. And it took me a long time to get to Diamond. There's a person in this group right now who has been a coach for a month and is building close to being a Diamond and has signed a few coaches who want to work the business already. And I believe it's because she wasn't scared to do it. That's all. Like, this is actually, coaching is one of my most fun parts of my life. So why wouldn't I want other people on this journey? And so I really want to encourage you from the beginning, get comfortable. You see someone crushing their journey, tell them to come be a coach with you. Tell them to have fun with us. In your stuff this week, another thing you're supposed to see is this My Road to Success slide. I do want you to know there's a bonus I added on here. It says month 4. The other ones are month 1, 2, 3. And that's because we have something called Success Starters. And what Success Starters is if out of your first 6 months, if 3 of your first 6 months you hit Success Club, which means that you help at least 3 people get started on their journey by buying a challenge pack, then you will get Success Starters, which is amazing. You earn a free ticket to Summit, which is our annual event, and we want you there with our team. You also get, wait, that's it, right? Kelly, are you listening to me? She might be busy. Look at that face.
What?
Kelly, I know you weren't totally listening. Success Starters, you get your free ticket to Summit.
After 3.
And then if you get a 4th month in the first 6 months, then you can also be in a test group for an upcoming program. Did I get that straight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make clear they made that change after we made this document that you'll see in your training. And so that's why we added this 4th month. You'll also see when you go through your stuff you're supposed to do this week, you'll see this tracker. This tracker is trying to help you in your first 30 days know what goals to hit. If you look at the goals here, it's help 1 person, hit Success Club, and become an Emerald, which is your first promotion. If you remember right, Project 1 had those 3. So Project 1 is in line with this. That was what we would love to see you do in your first 30 days. In your first 60 days, we would encourage you to run a challenge group, although our team does group challenge groups too. So it's really, I would talk to your upline about what makes sense for you there. But honestly, when you're ready to go off on your own and run your own stuff, you don't need to have a whole bunch of people. You can have one. It can be you and one person, and it can be fine. We want to help you coach, or we want to see you coach one person to Emerald, just like you're going to get to Emerald. Show someone else to get to Emerald. And then by the first 60 days, you want to be halfway to Diamond. So having 4 active coaches and 1 Emerald, which again, we can do more training on that at another time. In your first 90 days, we want you to hit Success Club 10 at least once. We want you to hit Diamond rank, and we want you to get that free ticket to Summit, the Success Starters. So if you use this as your roadmap for your first 90 days in this business, you will have an incredible, incredible start, and you will really make a firm foundation on where you're going. So in case you don't know, Coach Summit is amazing. You have to be there. Our Coach Summit this year is in July. You need to come. This is where people move their business forward. We lean in, we get trained by the best of the best coaches. They bring in professional speakers. The CEO fills our cup. And best of all, to me, you get time with your team, time to grow those relationships and those connections in a way that makes this coaching thing on Zoom go to the next freaking level. And I'm sure that you guys know this, but I always think Kelly and I are a great example. We did not know each other at all. We have now done multiple trips together. We even flew to see Kisa for her birthday last year, surprised her. I mean, this is not stuff you do with strangers. This is stuff you do with people you build your life with. And that's what we're doing in this business. We're not just running a business, we're building lives together. And it's really freaking cool. Your success is our success. So we want to see you successful. And we know successful people get to Summit. So I don't really care what your reason is right now. You're thinking, I don't know if I can go this year. You need to take that and you need to put that away and you need to flip it to, I am going to be there no matter what. Because when you get to Summit is when you start to see what is possible in a way that you cannot do over Zoom calls. And so I can't encourage you enough. Get to Summit. We get to have so much fun together and we get to grow. Both of these pictures that you see here are from last year's Summit. We had an amazing time together. And yes, we did go to a selfie room and we had matching shirts. So that might happen. Also,
I have not missed a Summit. Yesterday was my 8-year coach anniversary and I have not missed a Summit since I started coaching. And I went to my first Summit. I signed up in February, basically March, because it was February 28th. And I went to my very first Summit. It was June that year, not even a few months later, as a baby coach. Emerald had no idea what I was doing, knew nobody, and showed up in Las Vegas by myself at Summit and have not missed one since. Just saying.
And there you have it. There is something called super weekends. So 4 times a year, Beachbody does these super weekends where they're local events for Beachbody coaches. There is something on Beachbody's page where you can look up and see if there's events near you, or you can host an event, even if it's in your living room. It can be real small. I know the next super weekend's in April. So that's just something to be, if you hear super weekend, that's what we're talking about. Those are amazing. I always get my cup filled at those live events. There's something about being at a live event where you're in the room with other people who think like you and have your energy and have your excitement and get the Beachbody thing. And they want to fill others' cups that will fill your cup in a way that just I can't explain. So get to live events. I don't know why I put this in here again, but I did. Apparently, I really wanted you to know this page is in your trainer. I did want you to know in Team Fit to Love, there is a guide section that has a couple extra social media resources. The one I wanted to point out to you is there's a 5-day Instagram growth one that was really good for getting some tips on Instagram. I also wanted you to know that Insta Club Hub is one of the best resources for growing your Instagram. And so if you're not following them on Instagram, you might want to. You'll get lots of good ideas. And I know what you see like Kelly, for example, doing on Instagram, she gets her inspiration from them largely. I kind of wanted to end with, guys, after you do week 4 of project 1, which are almost there, you're trained up. That's all a new coach needs, which means you're in the position to teach a new coach. I know you can't believe it, right? You cannot believe that that's true, but it's true. And so when you're signing new coaches, this is the process you want. You want to schedule a new call or a one-on-one call with your new coach to see what gets them motivated in coaching, and make sure they know about what project 1 is, and tag them in the project 1 guide that's in Team Fit to Love. And then assign them week 1 and schedule the next call to talk about week 1 a week from that day. Do that for 4 weeks straight, and you will have trained a new coach. It does not have to be hard. If they ask you questions you don't know, you reach out to your upline or you reach out to the other coaches. We are all here to support each other. Starting coaching is the easiest thing when we have a system that's so easy to follow. So I want to remind you, Team Beachbody's mission is our mission, to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives. And guys, we can only do this by helping people. And so the actions that you take daily, make sure you're doing ones that are helping your business grow so you can change lives. So this is our last call. I want to thank you so, so much. You do have 1 more week worth of tasks, right? The week 4 tasks. A lot of them you'll see are ones that have been on for a while. So completing your business activity tracker, doing your social media post, tracking your invites, doing personal development, sending 5 or more invites daily, following up with people daily, making 3 new connections is new. So start growing your market. Watch that video about your first promotion to Emerald. And then I went over these trackers, but you need to print them and review them. And then I did add to this a one-on-one coach with you, or one-on-one call with your upline coach. You'll want to do that. I actually added it on every week now since we're transitioning to where people can watch these videos. You'll want to do that to kind of unpack your learning and make sure that you get all your questions answered. The last thing that I wanted to say is that I have changed, week 4 I haven't changed, but every other one of these, I have changed this link to be the recording for the project 1 call. So they don't need this one document will have everything they need. Also where it says attend team meeting, I forget what I said, but I think I don't hyperlink it anymore because I didn't know, what link we'd be using and things like that, but it's still on there. All right, so with all that said, I know the time is 8 o'clock, and so we need to end. Feel free to hop off, anyone who needs to hop off. And if you have a question, feel free to stay on. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.